Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm just doing a tutorial on visual blocks, well, visual attacks and stuff. Basically, if you want your basic, boring thing looking from this to, well, if we go over here to this, first thing you're gonna have to learn is visual blocks, which this video is gonna be basically all about. Now, visual blocks, there's two types, I'd say: lasting and non-lasting. Non-lasting is like spheres. Lasting is black flashes. For the first thing is amount. If you increase the amount, it will use more of that effect. So, for example, 1, not much, but 10 makes it really much. Right. Texture, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's just you could grab a texture from Roblox, put that in. Now, color is, of course, changes the color. But then you might ask, why is it going back? Well, it's because of this. For example, if I put all color to 0, it turns black. If I put all color on lastings, it also turns black, but takes time. Next one is opacity. If I do opacity 1, it'll slowly appear. Right? If I do opacity 0, it's just going to instantly appear. If I do all opacity 1, it's just going to slowly disappear. And if I do one of both, it doesn't even exist. That's how opacity works. Works on everything on that point. Position. This is how you can place it. It follows the XYZ. So X is your left and right. Y is up and down. Z is forwards or back. That also works with all position. Like, look. You can make arrays from its current position. Remember, it's only its current position. So you can't just, yeah. And it does it smoothly. Rotation, well, it's supposed to be on like anything that's a not lasting block, but so yeah, same with all. Now size is special. If you increase it on the non, if you increase it on the lasting, well, it basically is just size. Now alt size, if you increase it, it grows bigger. If you do alt size on that, yeah, no, I don't. It also grows bigger in more distance. So yeah. Time, of course, means how long it lasts. If I do 5 time on the sphere, it lasts for long. If I do high time on black flash, it lasts for long. Last hit, I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of all on this. Now, one little thing, if you came here for color and alt color, it follows the rule of RGB. Basically, RGB is like this. This is how it looks if it's RGB. Now R equals red, the G equals green, and B equals blue. Right? So for example, get rid of that, put 100 in that, it's green. Right? Put in Get rid of this and make it stacked on both of these. It's purple. Only focus on that, it's blue. Which is kind of how RGB works. Now, if you don't put anything in, of course, it's only going to focus on that. But, yeah, that's how RGB works. So, yeah, that's how RGB works and works. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching this. Well, actually, I'm not even going to end the video here. Now, if you want a purely visual move, that was how. Right? That's what you use. Now, if you want to move that does damage, and has hit cancel. Hitbox, well, we'll just start off with Hitbox. Hitbox is like, let's just say, Fuga. Fuga does a straight line which has an initial hitbox, right? And if it doesn't hit anything, it blows up. If it hits something during the way, it blows up. Now you can make this instrumentally big. Like right now, it's so big, it's covering me. It can work in all sizes and shapes. Position, rotation, stun. Now, stun is special because, for example, the way I make opponents not move, right? Like, if I have to move cleave, and it's my own kind of custom cleave, right? Now, the problem would be that if they could move, the entire move would be completely over, and, it would just be a waste for me to try, right? So, how does it work? Well, stun is how it works. If they dashed out of it, I would just be sitting there doing cleave, and they could just try to prepare an attack or use domain, right? So if you use hitbox with stun, that's how you can make something that would attack, right? So once you would use, the one and the only this move, you can make it stun for an indefinite amount of time. You could have the stun animation. You could even have damage. I don't know about the pre and or what that does. You can even make the attack type, and I'm not sure why, but I'm pretty sure because it's so Maharagas and stuff can adapt to whatever your type. You can make it blockable, you can make it 360 blockable, or whatever that means. You can make it cancel enemy attacks, I think. Clear knockback, can kill. Hit ragdoll, hit user, single targets. So if, for example, I didn't want the cleave to be single, I could make it like another move, which I have done previously. The forward obliterate. Right. Let's first just get rid of this guy and just go back in. As you see, if I made it single target, it would only be able to affect a single target at the time. Right, and that wouldn't be so worth it because so if you make a multi-hit, you can actually hit multiple targets at a time. It's good. Now, what isn't that useful? I don't care, bro. So that's how that part kind of works. So that's how Hitbox works. You can also make it do damage. Properties are here, which actually do other things. Now, final thing is how hit cancel works. Let's say that I have a skill like red reversal, and I have a lot of other skills. Like, for example, let's say another red reversal, right? So I make a time, but let's say, well, actually, let's make a little thing, okay? We'll just do this as a complete theoretical. Bam, right? I have limitless and red reversal. Now, what I want to happen is I teleport to them and use red reversal. But what if I miss? Oh no. And let's just pretend that's a long cooldown. Or like it takes some time and then another move happens and it just does all that. What am I ever going to do? That's where another thing comes in. Now, for specials, it's a bit complicated. So, we'll make a hitbox. 0 damage. 0 stun. Right. But it will still just work. We'll make the size like 20. 10? Damn. We'll do 25 in a position of 7. Well, 20. Okay. I guess we'll do that because indirectly I don't want to do much more complicated things. So basically we'll have this and then we'll do a weight of 0.05. Right. We'll also make it stun for a second. Right. We want to put hit cancel in here. Bam. No end lag. And if we miss, let's make it like 2 seconds. Well, actually, no. 3. Right. Then we put another 0.05. Well, we could just copy, but yeah, I'm not going to. And that's going to be how our hit cancel works. Look. As you see, I've missed. Right. But, bam. So, if we don't... What? Did I do it correctly? Oh, I might have just, I might have done something. I see. Miss, but that's a bit suspicious. We'll just pretend the speed, right? It's probably not going to be how your own moveset is going to work, but doesn't matter. If I miss, time. But because I hit, it works. Well, it's sometimes buggy, which this part never used to happen, where it would just bug out and do that part. But whatever, doesn't matter. So basically, how this works is, if nothing's in the way, it won't work. But if something does technically, let's just say, get hit, it will work. So yeah, that is how hit cancel works, how to make visual moves, all of that. So please use this info to make your own custom moves. Go beyond. Please just make good moves. Thank you guys for watching and goodbye.